So I know it's been a hot minute, but I finally watched all the way through episode 5 of the English dub of Heaven Official's Blessing. I know I promised that I was going to talk about it after episode, was it 3 or 4, but I couldn't remember when Songlen started speaking, and I wanted to be able to have a better feel of him speaking, like more than 1 or 2 lines. Hence why it took a while. Also, I haven't been feeling the greatest lately because I'm pregnant, and I didn't realize that pregnancy came with a lot of aches and pains. I knew about the nausea, I was ready for that, but not much of anything else, so I'm sorry guys, really. All that aside, let's talk about the dub now that we have a better idea of how things are going now that we're 5 episodes in. So, 5 episodes in, I can honestly say, given what they have to deal with, given that this is Funimation's first ever English dub of a donghua, it's a lot difficult than they thought it was going to be, but they're working really hard, and they have to meet a lot of certain standards. Well, there are a lot of people happy with what they've got. There are some very angry fans that are angry at certain translations that are being made and changes. More specifically with our love interest and beloved Ghost King referring to the protagonist as his full name instead of calling him a form of brother. Which is funny to me because there were a lot of people saying you better not have him call him bro or brother because, whatever. But you also can't expect him to say the other term because they're translating everything else into English, as well as the fact that when they do dubbing, they have to make sure it still culturally respects the source, but also is able to be translatable and understandable for the language they are dubbing into, okay? And this can be very tricky. And they also have to consider new fans coming in, right? So I think choosing to say his name in the end is probably like the best possible compromise. And there's no way that they're gonna please everyone. Ultimately, you have to realize that dubbing is a very tricky thing. And donghua in particular has not been explored enough in the English field, right? And they have to think about this, like, how am I gonna, appease the old fans, but also bring new fans in? When translating, there's a very tough line they have to follow. So again, just consider that. I have honestly had no issues with the voices. I think it sounds really good. I like the voices that were cast. Don't get me wrong. It's not perfect. There are some times where certain words or names are a little mispronounced, but they're doing their best and they're really trying. So, for this being their first ever donghua that Funimation has ever dubbed, they're really trying their hardest and they're really working on making sure they can make things as respectful as possible. They're even casting actors that fit the role compared to casting big name actors like they have in the past. I also really got the sense that as the episodes went on, more and more effort was put in to try to correct the mistakes of a previous episode or whatever. And yeah, considering everything, they're doing the best they can. And I don't really have that many complaints. This whole thing is basically a learning experience for them, and they're testing grounds to see how popular this type of thing will be. And if it performs well, they're going to dub more stuff, and they're going to work on more projects, or even bring more Danmai and such in to be subbed, which is a very good thing. Let's not forget, have an official's blessing is the first ever Danmai to get dubbed. I believe there was maybe one other dongwa to get dubbed through Netflix, but this is the first time Funimation themselves have even done a dongwa, and they chose a Danmai as their first. So yeah, Danmai is still a very niche fandom. It's not that big. When you dub a Danmai, it can cause more people to get interested, and then they'll explore other Danmai and get more interest in the other stuff. So this is a really good. And do you know what more fans mean? It means more sales for our beloved, hard-working authors and creators. It could even get more people to get into the MXTX fandom alone, and then they could buy more of the books, and then the books could have more sales. And that would be awesome. By the way, did you guys pre-order your books yet? It's coming out soon. It's coming out this month. So, might want to get on that if you haven't. Just saying. But yeah, honestly, like I said, it's a good adaptation. It has really good voice actors. They fit the role. The personalities are very much still respected. So he doesn't call him brother. I think that's just a minor little fault compared to all the good it's doing and has achieved so far. But if the changes bother you, that's fine. Just don't watch it. Don't get upset about it. There are other versions you can watch. You can watch the Chinese again. You could watch the Japanese version. I believe there's a Taiwanese version. I'm not sure. I could be wrong about that one. But the point is there are other versions that you can watch. Based on some of the comments I've received on some of my other videos talking about this particular dub, I know it's probably not the response some of you are looking for, and I'm sorry, but ultimately on this channel, I try to keep things critical, level-headed, and also give my opinion, and that's just kind of what my opinion is. You can let me know down below if you agree, disagree, you have things you like and don't like. That's cool. I am a big believer in open discussion, and I'll respect your opinions, and you can respect mine. It'll be cool. Keep your eyes out. I got a copy finally of my pre-order of Happy Go Lucky Days, an LGBT movie. I plan to watch that and give my thoughts on that. So I don't know when that's going to be because, pregnancy. But yeah, keep your eyes out. And if there's anything you want me to review, it can be any kind of dongwa, anime, whatever, live action, drama series or whatever. Just let me know down below and I will check it out.